Hello, peoples. You might be thinking, that audio sure sounds wonky. That's because it is. So we're doing something different today. No webcam, by the way, because I couldn't figure out a good way to get it set up with a webcam and not have the webcam kind of over things. So we're just not doing that today. So this is Hexen. It's one of those games that's old enough that it has a demo reel that it likes to run if you leave it sitting there, as I tend to do. So here we are. We have a demo reel. This is a game by Ravensoft. They're the developers, but it was published by id Software. It uses a modified version of the Doom engine. And it's a game I reference constantly. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to play. I want to try using my Saturday stream slot as more of a flexible slot where I can kind of stick in something. I have a lot of games in my Steam library that I've never played, and my good old games library that I've never played. So I kind of want to get through some of them, you know? So yeah, today is a little bit of an experiment. Now, the first thing that you'll notice when you start a new game is that there are 3 character classes to choose from. This might be an FPS based on the Doom engine, but it is very much so a fantasy game. So we have the fighter, the cleric, and the mage. Their names might be familiar to people who have watched my Guild Wars stream. This is Baratus, Prius, and Daedalon. Are we cycling back to the main title screen, or is it going to another? No, it's going to another demo. So these characters all have like a lot of differences. They have different weapons, and various items affect them differently. They also have different stats. As you can see right here, the fighter has really bad magic, really good strength, really good armor, and really good speed. What most of this translates to is the speed stats, kind of the relevant one. The other ones kind of have some impact. You can see the AC, the armor class down there, in the demo thing. That's based on equipment that you pick up. We'll talk about it. I feel like playing the mage, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to just play it on the easiest difficulty. I haven't played this in a long time. And I want to be able to interact with chat some. So, and it's more of a for nostalgia and environment or whatever. I don't know. I don't have to justify my difficulty settings. So yeah, this is... You can see I'm starting at armor class 1. I don't 100% know what armor does. And there you can see a couple of icons down there. So along the HUD you see life, and then there's blue mana, green mana, the pieces of Blood Scourge, my final weapon. Each class has 4 weapons. So this is my default one. The mage is the only one that has a ranged weapon by default. The other 2 have a melee weapon. The cleric's is the worst, but he has the most powerful final weapon. But there's quite a few differences. Ooh. Let me sneak over here. Yes, this gives us a preview of an area we'll need to get to. So we'll need that key later. This is just the tutorial introductory level. So I'm just going to go through here. You can break the glass. This game has a number of differences from Doom, for those who are unfamiliar with it. And one of them is an inventory system. Oh, man. I love the sound design in this game. So this is one of the items. This is a fletchet. Fletchet? I'm not quite sure. This works differently for each of the classes. For the cleric, it creates kind of a poisonous cloud. For the mage, it's a time bomb. And for the fighter, it is a grenade. Now, the basic story here is that one of the Serpent Riders... Korax, that's it. Has come and like taken over our place, and there are the 3 orders. The sort of does that work? Does that let me take no? The sort of fighters guild, I guess. I don't know exactly what they are. I think I have the gigantic, like, massively lore-filled strategy guide somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where it is, so I haven't gone digging for it. But we have the fighters, the priestly caste, and the mages. And the leaders have like betrayed everybody, and they've all kind of bowed down to Korax, and we're defying him. These sometimes have loot behind them. Man, these sound effects are so nostalgic. For anybody who's wondering, I have somewhat remapped the controls to the default because the default was in a time before people thought it should be easy to strafe. I am using the arrow keys, though, to move. But I have remapped strafing to Z and X, so that way, and jumping to C. By default, jumping is on, like, forward. Like, they basically... I guess they want you to put your hand over on a different side or something. Of the keyboard, but a default, so you can hold down Alt to strafe with the instead of turn, so you can still do that. But they had strafe mapped to the angle brackets and jumping to the thing there. There is looking up and down in this game. It's a little janky, and you also don't need it. This game is filled with a lot of switches and stuff too. But it's been a while since I played through this. I have watched a speedrun, but speedrun does not do things the normal way, so it uses clips and stuff. I ain't gonna use clips. I don't know clips. We're not here for clips. Clips are not part of my childhood nostalgia. Yeah, I played this game as a kid. Back before the ESRB existed. An interesting property of this particular weapon is, while it's not especially powerful, it does pierce enemies, which is nice. These are quartz flasks. They restore a quarter of your HP. So I definitely want to be collecting them. There is a maximum number. A maximum of 25, I think, you can carry. I definitely don't need them right now, though. And these little floating blue things restore 10 HP when you collect them. Hello. These are Ettins, by the way. They're a pretty standard enemy throughout the game. I can go collect this, although that will get angry at me. Start shooting fireballs. So the Mage does not move as quickly as the other two. The Fighter has the fastest base move speed. I feel like I remember sometimes items are in different places for depending upon which you're playing. Apparently it affects monster spawns too, I was hearing. I'm just kind of looking around the perimeter for stuff. I'm not necessarily going to try to be like comprehensively finding all the secrets or anything like that. Just having a nice casual playthrough. Give me that quartz flask. This is the sort of thing that it does. There's a switch here. There's my look up button. Again, you don't need to look up to shoot up. It's just a convenience for seeing things. Jumping was kind of a nice addition because, of course, Doom did not have a jump button. Let's see. You can jump up here. Okay, so this is an armor piece. One of the things that they did to differentiate the classes are that different armor pieces are worth different amounts to the class. So I can collect the platinum helmet here, and it gives me +2 armor. There's a magical amulet that gives me a significantly higher amount of armor. But it would, for example, give the fighter a much lower amount of armor. So kind of, I think the values are the same across each of the pieces of armor. It's just they're shuffled as to which ones are most beneficial to you. I know this level decently well because it's very simple, and whenever you started up a new game, you'd always play through it. And the second, or the first actual hub, most of Hexen is based off of hubs. But the first hub I know fairly well. Second one, kind of. Yeah, the second one's decent as well. That's the one that has the swamp that I'm super nostalgic about. And then my knowledge kind of drops off pretty radically after that. When I was a kid, I used to play this game with cheat codes. Make myself invulnerable and give myself all the weapons and things like that. For the limitations of the Doom engine, they've definitely done a good job of making this feel very open. The Doom engine has some very specific limitations in terms of vertical spaces. Basically, you're creating an opening in a vertical space. Oh yeah, this looks a little janky. It doesn't necessarily like angles super well. Yeah. We'll be getting a better weapon soon. That didn't do much damage, which is fine. I don't need to kill everything, but they're in my way, so... By which I mean I don't want to get shot by them. Let's just go to the exit here. Here we are.
Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
My sister and I will still quote that. Just, I don't know, vanishes for some reason. Let's go ahead and drop a save. On stream. I have an elevator here. Ignore those guys. They don't matter much. Hey, Clean Star. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm really looking forward to getting to the next hub, actually, and, like, really indulging in my nostalgia for this game. So this is one of the spots where there's a difference. This pillar thingy here, I would point to it, except I lack the ability to have my fingers penetrate through to the screen. This pillar right here has, I think, the warrior's second weapon. Hey, it's blue mana. Excellent. How are you doing, Clean Star? Well, I mean, it's a switch. You gotta pull a switch, right? Okay, and let's open the door. Oh, it has mine as well. Well, that's nice. Frost shards. My first spell. Okay, these guys hurt. As you can see, frost shards can freeze enemies, which is really cool. It's a little bit of a shotgun, in that it deals more damage the closer you are. Freezing enemies is cool, but also sometimes a downside, because then they're in your way. I want to go get the mana over here on this side, too. Okay. 200 is your maximum capacity. Hexen came out, you just couldn't believe your eyes. It looks so awesome. Yeah. I really like their aesthetic. Right there's the amulet. That would give me a lot more armor if I were to pick it up. Oh, I lost an AC somewhere in there. You can push frozen enemies around. There's no puzzles or anything that involves that, but good old shot will shatter them. Okay, that path is barred, this path is barred. Yeah, so there's like 3 regions to this hub. Getting a little intense in there. Not sure how much I like these guys getting frozen in my face, actually. Ah, there's an amulet. The amulet of warding. Okay, that gave me a decent amount of additional armor. What, like +5? Okay, let's pull this lever. Gets these chompers going. Okay, the one with the sword is a teleporter. These... Okay, these don't open yet. The other ones are not good to step into. I'm just gonna... There's probably a quick save button, but I don't know what it is. Probably like F5 or F6 or something. So the general goal is to like pull enough levers to lower thing to open these doors back here. Oh, I love that detail. You freeze these guys from high enough up and they fall and they shatter. That's really cool. So yeah, our goal is to open those doors. We need to solve the puzzle. And solving the puzzle in this game means pull the lever. Ah, hello. Okay, we've got some additional doors that are open now. I don't like how many hits this takes to kill things. But... There we go. Yeah, I haven't really played this game since I was a kid, so I remember, like, the sights and sounds of it and the enemies and everything and the characters really enchanted me. But I haven't really properly played it since then. It has the teleporting sound. That sounds like enemies showing up somewhere. Okay, well, let's go into the Guardian of Fire, I think this is. That room has dropping floors. 1/3 of the puzzle has been solved on the 7 portals. It's called 7 portals because there's 7 portals. Fortunately, these Afrits don't hit very hard. Like, you can run across this lava while taking minimal damage, but you know, I prefer not to. How do I have 9 armor? I know the speedrunners prefer the fighter because the fighter's the fastest. Although I think they keep track of each class separately on the thing. Yeah, Quake 1. Like, some of my first video games to play were actually the id Software FPSs. Wolfenstein, Doom, Quake. This one. I mean, this is not directly id Software, but it's software adjacent. And Heretic as well. Like, I have a lot of nostalgia for Heretic. But this is the one that I have more nostalgia for. Yeah, I like Carmack. He's really a neat guy. Nope. This is the look down button. Yeah, I don't want to go down there. There's actually, from Heretic, one of the things that I really strongly remember. Hello. It's the relevant thing. Oh, this requires the fire key. There's this, like, blue tile stuff that really stood out to me. Yeah, Wolfenstein 3D, Doom 1 and 2, Heretic, Hexen, and Quake were all games that I, like, grew up on. Which might sound a bit weird, but ESRB didn't exist back then, so... This thing... Falls and crumbles. This is one of those spots where being able to look down is kind of nice. There we go. We're back in this room. Oh, this part was always nerve-wracking. Ah. Well. Smash. Should have saved before trying that run. Oh, I got the Falcon Shield. There'll probably be a few deaths here and there, especially to Gravity, because Gravity is the deadliest foe in most video games. Yeah, let's not stand in the lava, please. Really couldn't like two-shot these guys. It has to be like a three-shot. Whatever. I'm gonna stand back here and snipe them. Maybe. There we go. That's why they give us plenty of ammunition. Okay, there's nothing else going on here, so it's just time to open this door and... run down the middle. I'm gonna wait for this shaking to finish. You might be able to just run across that gap, actually. Whew. A little nerve-wracking. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Again, there's probably a quick save button, but I don't know what it is. Whew. Okay. Got the flame mask. Yeah, mana is ammo. It's just straight up ammunition. And it comes in blue and green varieties. Which you can see use the same symbol except rotated 180 degrees and changed a different color. Which I hadn't noticed that it uses the exact same symbol. I am really taking this guy for a trip, aren't I? Until just now. Okay, well, that's a flame mask, not a flame key. That's just a wall, I don't know. I thought maybe it could be something. Yeah, and that still needs the fire key. I think the flame mask is an object that I have to put into a thing somewhere. So at this point, I think I just head back to the 7 portals here. Each of the hubs has a name. This one's the 7 portals. This side is completely closed. There's like 3 maps that each have 2 portals into them, and then a 7th portal to the next hub. I think that's why it's called 7 portals. I like the more exploration-y design that this has compared to Doom. I also love how fast you move in these games. It really, like, creates... It means that you can have big, impressive-looking spaces that aren't a pain in the rear end to get around from a size standpoint. And one thing I will give to first-person games, I don't typically play them a lot. A lot of the modern ones have camera bob effects that give me motion sickness, actually. But one thing that I really do appreciate about playing a game in first person is it can give you a sense of like the scale and the place a lot better than third person can. The other thing too is third person games, you tend to like, this is a spot where I'd use a hand gesture to sort of indicate what I'm talking about, but I lack the ability to do that without it with my webcam off. But the perspective you usually have in a third-person game puts you kind of behind and above your character, and that tends to mean you're looking sort of at the ground a lot of the time. That's one of the things about when I did the Guild Wars Prophecies slow playthrough, where I was kind of kept the camera closer to my character and lower to the ground, and kind of was able to have a better view of the landscape. First-person games kind of get that for free, which is really neat, or like as a normal consequence of how they function. Sometimes there's stuff hidden around the sides of these teleporter, like trapezoidal prisms, I guess. This level has one of the worst enemies in it. I only like the cleric is the best way of dealing with them. Yeah, it's those guys. These centaur guys pull up their shield, and their shield will reflect projectiles. You have to be really careful. Yeah, you get out of here. I only have so much space I can back up in as well before I walk into that portal, so. But needless to say, I don't want to shoot one of these guys with their shield up and freeze myself. So that means you have to take a very deliberate pacing with these guys. Okay, my flechette did a good job there. Grab some mana. I really need to avoid these guys. These guys also have a melee attack if you're too close to them. Oh man, my fingers are not used to this much of a workout in this sort of way. My hand's gonna be sore from working the arrow keys. Maybe take it a little bit more gently here, self. There we go. Again, those guys are very painful. They're not too bad if you take them, like, slowly and deliberately. I think there's a spot here where you can... Yeah, you need to go inside there at some point in time. I forget the circumstances that lead to you being able to do so, though. Ow. Okay, somewhere around here there's a door. I need the steel key. A good spot to bring up the map. Okay, maybe there's... Yeah, okay, that's just open. Of course, there's one of these things in it. Welcome back, elevator. Oh, yeah, that's right. One of the gimmicks of this level is that there's this big slidey thing that you can push levers to move around. Oh, okay. Well, that grating doesn't stop projectiles, apparently. I'm really looking forward to my third weapon, says everyone. Oh, I froze that guy. Okay, cool. So right now this is blocked. There's a switch there's a lever I could pull that would unblock it. Might be down this way, actually. I'll take those. There you are. I really don't want to show off their reflecty shield. For obvious reasons. I'll take that mana. I think that moved the big lighter thingy down here. Let's find out. Wow. Yep, this guy is new. So this is a little subtle thing that I was just noticing. Is there? Yeah, some hidden corpse flasks. Go memory. And this is another one of those armor pieces that gives me a little bit of armor, but not a lot. Oh, yeah. One of the things that I'm noticing is there's a noticeable lag in switching weapons. Like, this takes a moment. That, like, delay is really valuable for, hang on. I'm just checking to see if all of these braziers are lit. They are. Okay. Let's go and drop a save. Okay, one of the things I needed to find is good. But anyway, that delay in switching things. So one of the things that you have as a challenge when making a game that has and it's not as big of a problem in this game because this game doesn't really have weapon cooldowns. But one of the things that is a problem in a game, if you do have a weapon cooldown, is weapon swapping can sometimes get people around it more than it should. Just having a little bit of a time cost of switching weapons does some stuff for balancing things out. Man, these games... So, one of the things that's nice about these games is the ability to, like, actively dodge projectiles. It's interesting, like, while I'm familiar with this hub, it's not the one that I have the most nostalgia for. Although there are some little bits here and there that I'm noticing. Like, they've done a lot to, like, really work on their aesthetic. Like, look at these swirling leaves. Flitting about. Like, that's really neat. And these vials are a very simple, like, image with some bubbles inside of them that I hadn't really noticed until just this moment. But it's like a very simple graphic, but I don't know. The whole thing has a really neat aesthetic. I love these dead trees too, from which the leaves are coming. Oh man, I'm just gonna look at this environment a little bit here, everyone. And like this fallen water sound effect is really nostalgic. Yeah, they don't have Quake Guide jump sound yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just so... I've apparently stood around looking at the environment too long, and they wanted to punish me for it. It's just so cool, all of the, like, little environmental details. Let's have the Wendigo enemies. These guys might be made of ice, but they still take damage from... Oh. I got freaked out by the pillar. Yeah, that was there's we'll probably see more of them, but we saw a bunch in the very first level that you could break into a bunch of pieces. Those guys actually die really quickly to this. I could see that being the case. It's actually for the time it came out in probably pretty intensive. I don't want to stand on those things because those are crushers. Always beware glowing floor. Glowing floor is often causes for concern. Good old crystal vials. Hey, Raz SA, thank you very much for the follow. I will admit that sound effect was a little bit quieter than normal because this game's loud. So I have my volume turned way down compared to where I normally would. But welcome. Ah, don't get hung up on stuff. Okay, I'm full up on quartz flasks. I have the full 25. Oh yeah, this just sits in your inventory, doesn't it? Okay, let's go into the, what is this? The Guardian of Frost, I think? Guardian of Ice. Oh, this is where it has it. Okay, yeah, you can see my keys in the lower left. And you can see my armor pieces. So there are 4 armor pieces. The breastplate, the shield, the helmet, and the amulet. I need to use my items a little more, I guess. There, have a couple of those. This is one of the things I like about the Doom engine is they do a really good job of selling your harder hitting moves. Get out of here. Yeah, that swap time makes that feel a little bit less trivial. Okay, that answers a question I had. So you can push enter on that to select the thing while in that, like, not really menu, but oh, it raised the sides. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this business. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. A Mystic Urn right there is a really nice item that automatically restores you to full HP if you die. Oh, thank you. Thank you, game. Oh, well, not a lethal fall then. Good to know. Good to know. I was expecting a lethal fall. A lot of falls are lethal. Some falls are not. Torches will make darkened areas light up. I don't know what you expect from a torch. It does what you think a torch would do. This is an elevator, if I recall correctly. There is a little bit of ice physics here where things are slippery. Not a ton, but a little bit. I remember this right here. This part right here. It's like power side thing. Okay, that's where I have been. Okay, whatever. Let's just go back up this way. Good old elevators. Yeah. Whoa. quickly dropping a few of those is a really good way to help you clear out enemies. Well, I mean, if I'm full, I might as well use one. You know? I really like all the little things that they did to differentiate the different character classes, though. Okay, this time you'll notice there's glowing swords on the ceiling pointing to these sides and also on the floor. These are now elevators. It's funny, they made the Doom cheat codes hurt you in Heretic. Yeah, they did. They definitely did. I remember getting bit by that back in the day. Oh man, time for some platforming with ice physics. Oh yeah. That's what we want to do in early in our game. First person platforming with ice physics. I'm being very cautious here because I don't trust the geography. Okay, there's the steel key that I needed. Where are you gonna settle? The speedruns do not do this, by the way, because it turns out you can, like, flip through stuff or something. That's what it is. They figured out how to clamber on stuff because of the ability to jump. So they do a shorter thing. But we're not here for that. We're here to friggin' see the game. To live in nostalgia land where you worry about friggin' ice physics platforming in the second world region after the first world region after the tutorial. Oh, that does not look safe. Oh, my boy, ice physics. Why? Well, good thing I saved. Yep. Let's try this direction. Oh, nope. That direction is not open for business. Okay. Okay. Whoa! Hi, gentlemen. Okay. Don't know what happened to them, but they're not a problem anymore. Oh, one of them must have wandered off. I'm just gonna save not being in that icy labyrinth of death. See, I want to see a speedrun of this game without... I don't know. Like, speedruns that use developer oversight and things like that, I have no problem with. But I also really understand the desire for, like, just play the game the way the developers intended as quickly and efficiently as possible. We need to put that thing there. That makes us get attacked by some Aphrits. Give me that. Also, this melts. Isn't that cool? I like that. That's really cool. You put in that flame mask, and this melts, so you can get the fire key. Also, I noticed the fact that we have that key from the starting area still. The Withering Wood, I think, or something like that. Indicates that we are sort of in the same general world region, which is interesting. Yeah, so what the speedrun does is it kind of jumps off of the side of this here to activate switches on either of those sides, but we ain't doing that. Here's our dragon skin bracers. This is like the anti-live long and prosper hand motion. See what I mean by that? I don't know. I don't know if that made sense. Okay, things are more open now. But it's like, live long and prosper is with the, I don't know, fingers paired off in twos, and this is like the middle one paired off. Oh man, those timed bombs are actually surprisingly useful. It's interesting. I've actually been trying to think through with Path of Exile how I can try to replicate the feel of these characters in that game. Because, like, the professions from this game, or the character classes, or whatever you want to call them. Guild Wars is so infected my brain that, to me, character, class, and profession is like the same thing. But it's so sort of infected my brain that I kind of do that sometimes. But yeah, so like these guys kind of captured my imagination. Again, it's why I have the characters in Guild Wars called Daelon of Hexen, Berdis of Hexen, and Prius of Hexen. They're named after the names of the characters in this. Not, I grant you, very original, I suppose, but any moment you feel like not being blocks of ice. There. I mean, I can pull out my wand and shoot them, but I don't feel like it. There's a switch behind me. I have no idea if I need to pull that. Ah, they didn't like that, did they? You know what, too? They had to freaking make frozen versions of all of these enemies, like, sprites. Like, every enemy has to have a frozen sprite because of this weapon. Like, that's commitment to the bit. Maybe not every enemy. There's maybe some enemies that don't, but, I don't know. Friggin', it's been a long time. As far as I'm aware, they all do, though. You guys aren't 100% to use their shield. Is this the same side I'd been to? Yeah, okay. These are just the F for follow mode off. Okay, that's not actually hitting me. Okay, so we originally came in on this side over here. This I don't know. I want to say right side. I guess it's east. I'm bad at north south, or I'm bad at west and east. North and south I'm fine with. But west and east I have to think about often. So we've been on that side, so now we need to go to this other side. Man. I am enjoying so many nostalgia vibes. Just like freaking using that Doom style map again is like nostalgia vibes. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think we go in there soon, but oh, hi. Yeah, you can see that thing just reflected those. You really don't want that. Door? I don't know if I got him or if he just walked off the platform. Okay. Well. Hi. How do I... This might be a silly question, but how does this elevator work? There we go. Anything down this way? There are. I don't need them, though. I'm full up on quartz flasks, everyone. The problem with these guys being in silhouette is it makes it really hard to tell when they're frozen. I have to find another switch. So that switch is not the one that I need. Of course, we have this gigantic, I don't know, thing blocking stuff. So I need to go this side, I think? I don't freaking know how this works. All I know is I'm dueling a dragon, and there's a guy down here who's guarding some fletchets that I want. Oh man. I'm reminded as a kid, thinking of the cleric, gaseous fletchets as farts. Because I was a kid. Turns out frozen enemies get crushed by the doors closing. For what it's worth, I don't think these guys can actually deflect this weapon. Yeah. This projectile is non-deflectable. It's interesting how... Let's see if that moves it the direction I need it to move. Ah. Okay, well, he was yeeted out of level, apparently. This way. Let's see if I can get where I'm trying to go now. Indeed. Also, hello, Dead on Stick. Good to see you. How are you doing today? I would wave to you, but alas, figuring out how to get my webcam on here without obscuring too much of the screen was not a thing that was happening. This is a very finicky elevator. But yeah, I wanted to show off a game that has so much nostalgia for me. Oh. Is this the displacement device or the banishment device? Okay, I think that's... Stairs have risen on the 7 portals. Excellent. Okay, there's nothing down that way. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't feel proper to play it not in freaking I don't even know. What is this resolution? Like 320 by 240 or something? Just not the same. wish it would tell me the names of these items. Oh, most of my armor's worn off at this point. But the banishment device... So, banishment devices teleport an enemy away, and there's another one that teleports you. Basically, they teleport things to the start of the level, and one of them teleports the enemy, and the other teleports you. And I think this is the one that teleports the enemies. It's useful if you have something really in your way. A door has opened on the Guardian of Ice. Interesting. I've used both of those portals. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. They're actually very close to each other. I'm playing on DOSBox. Yeah, no, I do not have a DOS computer lying around. I have a Windows XP laptop, but I ain't connecting that thing to the internet. And I don't have a capture card, so... A capture card is kind of something I'd like to get at some point in time. Like, at some point I'd like to have a multi thing. Like a multi-setup. Yeah, no, the security issues from trying to connect Windows XP to the internet is just, like, frightening. Oh, this is the door that's open now. Oh, there's one over there, too. I wonder, actually. Hang on. Oh, no, I can't leave here. Okay. I was just thinking it might be better to go... Oh, wait, is this... No, this is the Guardian of Ice. Yeah, okay. Okay, I thought that might happen. Wonder how many streams this game's gonna take. This is a random thought. I really did not want to be standing in my own explosives way, but here we are. Yeah, unfortunately, I can only do a single system streaming. Boy, that looks vicious. At some point in time, I would like to be able to have a capture card and, like I said, a multi-system setup and the ability to... it'd make streaming these things easier. But a... the ability to stream from consoles as well. I don't know what to make of this. This is some sort of weird throne chair thing. Oh! Well, what do you know? There's a switch here. This would be a good spot to switch weapons, actually. Well, he died eventually. I think I'm supposed to go through this. Let's do that. Ah! This is very confusing because these guys use my same attack. Okay, that's a little bit of a waste of a quartz flask. They heal 25 HP. So. Oh, hello. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm the Guardian of Steel. Okay. Does it matter which direction I go? Looks like there's elevators on both sides. I think this is where I go back up here and... One of these does something? Mer. Let's go back to the Guardian of Fire, because I have that fire key that I haven't used yet. You know what? I can pick up some quartz flasks over here. Okay. That's steel, that's ice. Is this fire? Have I done the other one? Hold on. No, this one doesn't have a pulled lever. Okay, here's our dragon. I forget what these things are called. I could go grab the manual. I bet that would tell me. I have the manual like sitting on in my closet, I guess technically. I don't know. I haven't had closet door since we moved into this house. But across from me, I can see where I have this enormous manual for Fury 3. And then Doom 2, the official strategy guide. It's like, does Fury 3 really need a book that thick for the official strategy guide? And I think I have a Hexen one somewhere, but I don't know friggin' where. Okay, well that works. Okay, it's actually kind of cool to me how many of y'all are like, oh yeah, Hexen. Yeah, I see. This is the other side of that. What's going on now? I don't like any of those sounds that just happened. Oh, okay. We now have a door through the lava that's open. That's cool. I wasn't really expecting it to be to the side, but here we are. I can tank so much damage from these quartz flasks, though. This game's probably easier than Doom just because of the inventory. This is a good spot. When enemies are lined up like this is a good time to pull out this. The crystal wand's armor penetrating powers become very useful. Okay, let's see. I should drop a save. I haven't done that in a little while. Where does this teleporter take us? Stairs have risen on the 7 portals. Ah, excellent. Now all I have to do is find my way back there. Ow, 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 ow. Ugh, my feet are on fire, and they do not like it. This is just going to be, yeah, more of this same. I don't know why I just healed there with a quartz flask. I mean, I am playing on the easiest difficulty because I just wanted to have a nostalgia run, so... That's probably making the game look easier than it is on higher difficulties. Okay, and yeah, this just takes me back here. It's just exactly what I was expecting to have happen. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, you know what? Whatever. We'll just burn our feet. It's fine. It's fine. Our feet will recover. How do I get out of this level? I'm making a confused face expression that you can't see. Ah, here we go. Stairs just rose. These are the stairs that they were telling me about. A door is opened on the Guardian of Ice. So I could explore more and look for more secrets. There's not really a reason to do that. I don't know. It's gonna open things on the other side. That one spot. I've run myself out of mana. Hey, dragon. You ever duel a dragon with a pea shooter? Well, thankfully this is a magical pea shooter. I'm debating how much I want to like try to explore more and find all the things versus how much I kind of just want to play through the game. People have opinions on that? Let me know. Let me know now, preferably. Because I could definitely go back to the Guardian of Ice and try to find stuff. I think there's a way inside these too, isn't there? Ow. My face. Yeah. Like I remember. Stuff. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing, is just kind of playing through it. I don't know, maybe if people really want, I can... Caps lock is not shift. Caps lock does not make you run faster. I can see if I can dig out my old strategy guide and try to find some more of this stuff. You know what? This friggin' wand's the best weapon for fighting these guys. Look at this. I can just sit here with them lined up and take hits from some Etten off screen. And they can't deflect this back at me. There's no particular advantage to finding the secrets, except probably more items I don't need anyway. I will stock up on fletchets, though. I really don't need to be pushing the keys on my keyboard this hard. Up there are the Wings of Wrath. They let you fly, but only for the hub. I believe there's... Yeah, if you jump down there, you can go pick them up. I ain't going to. I'm going to move on with life. Killing those centaurs allows you to go up here. And we get the first piece of Blood Scourge. Segment of Blood Scourge. Ooh, also, I just got some green mana, which is exciting. Irrelevant for our next level. Let's go there. Having passed the 7 portals which sealed this realm, a vast domain of harsh wilderness stretches before you. Fire, ice, and steel have tested you, but greater challenges remain ahead. The dense tangle of forest surely hides hostile eyes, but what lies beyond will be worse. Barren deserts, dank swamps, and musty caverns bar your way, but you cannot let anything keep you from your fate, even if you might come to wish that it would. And beyond, flickering in the distance, the ever-shifting walls of the hypostyle seem to mock your every effort. I love these lore screens. They're so cool. that bird call. Let's drop a save. Let's see if I can go find my next weapon. Okay, you know what it's time for? It's time for this. You know what? This is why they made fletchets. Goodness. This level is the spot where we'll get our third weapon. It's also, incidentally, the spot where the warrior class finally gets something that's ranged. Here's green mana. It's this nice... One of the things that they did is they not only... Oh, yeah, there's combined mana, too. Green mana is a cube, which sets it apart from blue mana. Oh, that swamp sound right there. I'm shaking my finger next to my head as if you could see it because I'm used to being on webcam. But that like sound was the one that I was talking about in Latenda Bog and Guild Wars. That like gives me so much nostalgia, like nostalgic flashback for this game. Okay, that could have gone better. Could have gone worse. Could have gone better. Oh man. Yeah. See, these are like triangles. So they gave them a very different profile, which is like good design. They do a lot of really cool design stuff in this. I think that does turn, but maybe not until I've gone through this way. Yeah, here it is. The Arc of Death. My next weapon. This is why we saved. Let's let that fade so I can friggin' see. There we go. Combined mana, of course, gives you some of each. I don't know what else you'd expect it to do. Well. Gravity, the most dangerous enemy in any game. Let's just do that. Is that a waste? I don't know. Probably. Do I care? Nope. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Oh, that's satisfying. Unfortunately, this is having a bit of a tendency to get hung up on some of the geometry, but... Yeah, this totally hates bushes. Okay, this feels like such a massive upgrade from Frost Shards. Like, obviously I'm going to need to balance my weapon usage. Because, mana, but... Yeah, I just need better hand posture here. If I play these sorts of games a lot, I would definitely need to figure out a better, like, setup for how I'm doing stuff. Oh, man, that creek is so good! I thought I heard somebody spawning behind me. I did. I'm gonna take a second to take a drink. You friggin' nod on me. Yeah. You hear that crackle that this thing is making too? It's fantastic. I remember the cleric's next weapon, Firestorm, was found in this area. Dragon skin bracers. This is the hub exit. This is basically, it's like this hub is where I would often like stop playing as a kid. Like I would get to this hub and explore it, but not really get beyond it. We have to activate each of these panels. What the heck hit me? Oh, an effort. Ow. Right down here is where you get Firestorm as the cleric. This room is another one that I remember very clearly of, like, be patient and wait for the freaking floor to stop being all over the place. It's another one where it could be very, very dangerous. The basic principle here is we need to go get a bunch of keys and open a bunch of doors. Hi. How? I'm taking this elevator. Oh, okay. This is a surface elevator. Ah, yes, the cave level. We get some of these brown dragons, which I don't know if they're any actual different than the green dragons, but they shoot green projectiles, so that makes them look different, if nothing else, right? This cave is pretty memorable too, actually, if you ask me. I mean, we're not in the cave yet. The cave entrance is right over here. Oh, I love all these bats coming out of this. That's cool. They have some nice, like, stalactite textures. Stalactite? Stalagmite is the ground ones, because there's a G in it for ground. And stalactite is the one on the ceiling, because there's a C in it for ceiling. That's my mnemonic. I'm just going to explore a little bit for now. Yeah. Yeah, they really like their narrow pathways and pits of death in this game. Nope, that's just normal walkway. Okay. This is why you can look down. Doom did not do this as much. For those who did not play Doom. Well, I found some sort of altar thing. Let's see where this teleporter goes after dropping a save. Ah, what do you know? It takes us back to the entrance. Okay, let's just go through here for the moment. See where this takes us. Okay, it just takes us back here. I'm going to take my ethereal travel. Interesting name for a load screen, but here we are. Right, that was the side that had fletchets. I want to go... Where do I need to go? Hang on. I've got myself all kinds of turned around now. Here we go. Boy, that was not particularly accurate on my part. I think this goes somewhere. Yeah. Kind of a secret river passage or something. Blood Scourge will be nice to get. I think Blood Scourge is like very sweet spotty with the weapons. The final weapons, objectively the most powerful one is the clerics, which helps make up for his other weapons maybe being a little bit lackluster. But it's also extremely mana intensive. The warriors is basically a sword, a shotgun masquerading as a sword. Quietus. Which, when I think of Quietus, I think of the magic card Quietus Spike, but that's neither here nor there. I'm feeling like I want to go grab this helmet, but also like I'll get crushed if I try. Ow. Well, I'm not sure if that was entirely worth it. I mean, it didn't kill me, but it certainly tried. I do that sort of thing in these games, you know. More bats. That does not look worth. This worth? Is this? Okay, this. Oh, okay. Chaos device. That's the one that takes you back to a starting point. Okay, I think I've kind of gone in a gigantic circle thing. Let's go explore a different level. That's what I have decided is the best course of action at this time. Also, I've actually managed to use some of my course flasks, so that's good. I'll back to these for a moment. It's because my blue mana is kind of full. There we go. All right. The convenience elevator right here. More quartz flasks to make up for my heavy usage earlier. I love that sound. This is a game where I first heard that sound. It makes me like so nostalgic for it. I don't know why that particular sound effect just sticks out to me so much, but it's just a very poignant sound effect. Yes, I'll take that quartz flask. Thank you. Okay, turn it into giblets. I think I entered over here. Yeah, I did. It's nice that it preserves corpses for you. There's a sense of progression when that happens. Those gratings will open up later. Apparently a nice full point-blank shot gets these guys a bit good. I like how it highlights. So this is a small UI detail. Look at my ammo, the mana portion of my UI, kind of on the left side there. When I switch to this, like it highlights which one your weapon uses. Like it's a really subtle thing, but that's a really cool detail. This leads to that swamp level I keep talking about. Like, every time I encounter a bog in a game, it's like, is this the bog that I want? Is this gonna nostalgia me for the Hexen bog? Latenda bog so far in Guild Wars 1 is about the closest I've gotten. Okay, these guys hurt the dickens. I don't know what a dickens is in this case, but they hurt. Okay, I want to grab these. There we freaking go. My goodness, that guy was hard to ice. What a convoluted sequence of events I need to execute on here. I said, playing a game that's nothing but a convoluted sequence of events. Ow. Okay, that weapon's not working. Ow, ow, this is why they invented quartz flasks, but I have my fletchets selected. Why do these platforms have poison shooting darts on them? Precious? I don't know. Let's get this Dark Servant. This Dark Servant's a boss from Heretic. They reused a bunch of stuff from Heretic. And this is why not? Thankfully, I can take these guys projectiles to the face with little complaint to my face. His health. Oh, that's a large side chamber. I'm gonna jump down here. I think all these traps turn off once I push the switch up at the top of this tower. Ow. There, everything's calmed down. I don't like you glowing face thing. Ow. Okay. This is the swamp to which I compare all video game swamps. See that fog and these dead trees and that sound? You have to shoot these trees out to be able to walk through. And everything's like desaturated and like green swamp and mossy stone and trees, and audioscape here is fantastic. And I love it. I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah, give me that. Amulet of Warding. How's my armor supply doing? Just an Amulet of Warding. Excellent. Yeah, you can see my keys are refreshed a little bit. What is that key? When did I pick that up? I'm apparently in Darkmere. That's the name of the swamp. And there's a castle looming out of shadow, looming out of the fog, and I love it. Oh my goodness, why is this area so lumpy? Ah. So lumpy. Hang on. I'm looking for this one, which is not lit. Discs of repulsion are really cool, by the way. They push things back, including deflecting projectiles. I see. They have some sort of wave effect going on in there. I don't know why. They probably were like, can we do this? And tried it. And there's like, yep. Then they left it. I don't know that it was a great idea, TBH. But here we are. It was done. It was done did. They did it. I have this little hut thing here. This is like... This area is so much nostalgia for me. Okay, that door is barred from the inside. There's a portal there that'll take us somewhere. There's a dragon in there, so I don't know why you'd want to go inside there anyway. Oh, you survived the first one. Hopefully they will not. Porculators are great. Ah, and here's this freaking like castle thing in the swamp. Guarded by a dragon. I love it. There's another spot where you can drop down here earlier through this window. Looks like there's another thing back here too. This is from the start of the level. So that's exciting. That's opened up now. They do like to open up little shortcuts and stuff, which is nice. Here's the other spot. This is open now. Okay, you know what? This area is painful, and I don't want to stay here. What does this do? Oh, maybe that lowers it if somehow you get in here from the other side? I don't know if that's actually possible. Here we need a... What is it? Oh. Oh, I have it? When the heck did I get it? When the heck did I get that key? I must have gotten the cave key without realizing it. This doesn't... This does not appear to be a very useful game. Oh, well, that's not as lethal of a drop as it looked. Some of these do have drop-offs in them, so I'm going to just pay a little bit of attention to the floor here. That guy just did not want to die. Oh yeah, there's fall damage. It's not just death pits. Although there's those too. Okay, well that doesn't look like an advised direction. Get out of my way, stalactite. Hang on. Okay, I haven't been over here yet. Hello? 1/6 of the puzzle has been solved! On the Shadow Wood. So the main hub is the Shadow Wood, I guess. That's cool. On the backside of this. No? Okay, let's go through. Hey, this brought me back to the cave. I don't think there's much for me here at the moment. Right. Elevator. Over here. If we went back into that main room, we'd be able to see one of those panels lit up. How do I get to the... you know what? I bet you it's back along there. Oh, hello. This is opened up now. Resupply center. I will absolutely take a resupply. Yeah, it's over here. That opens up when you make it. I didn't. Just banishment deviced out because I fell down a cliff and didn't feel like doing it again. Okay, there's some combo mana there, which is useful. This is the Wastelands area that they were mentioning in the dialogue. The thing you have to be careful of here is, see that lumpy thing on the ground in front of me? It might be hard to distinguish from all the other tiny pixels. But get too close to that and it will absolutely just pop out of the ground and impale you, and then you'll die. So I recommend avoiding those. They're quite lethal. What do they call this map? Just the Wastelands? Okay. I feel like this weapon has just got to be less mana efficient than the other one, just by sheer, like, number of shots required to actually kill things. Yeah, that sound. Spikes rising. Yep, you saw it right over there by this Ifrit. There we go. There we go. So there's two varieties of these enemies that look very similar, one of which is bigger and tankier than the other one. Also shoots stuff out of its shield. Don't know how you're supposed to exactly tell the difference, but the fact that these guys are surviving kind of makes me think they're the stronger ones. I believe there's a kill trigger here, where if you kill enough of the enemies, then it opens up a door or something. Not a door, but like just a full-on wall. Yeah, that guy doesn't die until his shield's down. Don't know what I was thinking. Do not know what I was thinking. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm kind of circumnavigating an area, it feels like. World region or something. See, like, one shot of this kills those guys. Oh, this is a really useful... Oh, man. Back here? How far back is this? Okay, it's just before I went across this and got to the wastelands. Okay, so that's the good news. Haven't lost a ton of progress. Friggin' instant death spikes. Maybe I should save a little bit more often. That's the sort of thing that I'm talking about, though. Whatever, you're almost dead. Not pictured, me face palming. Okay. I need to be very aggressive about saving on this level. Because, like, I was standing on top of that stupid spike and it just freaking one-shot me. So that's what spikes do. Yeah. What you gonna do when they come for you? Death spikes, death spikes. I have to admit, I remember Frost Shards being a little bit more potent than it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more paranoid about saving often. I think that opens from the other side. Yeah, that area down there. Can't get down there. I don't know why that guy took 3 hits. The problem is, when you're backing away from an enemy to, you know, I don't know, avoid dying from them, it's very easy to just kind of walk onto one of these death spikes and get wrecked. These guys take 2 hits, which, you know, is what it is. Hello. You know what? I have a thing for this. I have a torch. Well, don't go any further than that. That's for freaking sure. My goodness. Porculators are really handy. They turn enemies into pigs. It's very similar to the Morph Ovum from Heretic that turned enemies into chickens. Needless to say, they're a lot less scary when they are morphed like that. I found a completely different area than I was at previously. Maybe. Nope, that's just this guy being painful. Nope, definitely a different area. This has the boots of speed. This is a consumable item that makes you run fast. I don't know what you'd expect from this. Okay, so I just want to kind of like turn around and go through there, or I can just drop off and go to the right. That seems faster. Wow, torch definitely lights this area up too. I mean, it's doing its thing, right? This weapon seems very inconsistent in its damage. Sometimes it wants to work. Sometimes it just doesn't. That's why fletches were invented, right? Yeah, I remember this area right here. I can't do much here, unfortunately, because I need this swamp key to open this door. I do not have the swamp key yet. Okay, I need to heal. Man, these guys hurt. I love these swamp clouds, though. Okay, this room I found previously, but now it's useful because I got some quartz flasks. I had to use them because things hurt. Hey, that one was a normal type that dies easier. More easily. More easily. We're going to go with that. Now, because I died here last time by not paying attention, I'm gonna... Yeah, there it is. See it right there? This Crater of Might, when used, gives you full mana. Just a complete restore on both manas. Very handy, that. If you ask me. My torch is worn out, it would appear. Okay. Oh, there's just a little weird nook. Okay, why not? And this just, what, loops around? I remember there being a larger area, but that might require the swamp key. Somewhere, there's the Badlands key or the Wastelands key or whatever the heck they call it. But I don't remember where. Because it has been ages since I played this game. Follow mode off is very handy for navigating around. What am I even looking at here? I wish I had a little dot on this mode, just that way I could kind of indicate what it is I'm looking at. Maybe I want to go to that spot over there. Kind of up this way and around. Or is this the thing that led down to the porculator? Oh, you know what? I bet you it is. Okay, yeah, let's just go on under that assumption. I remember that now, and I don't need to go back there. Okay. Well, there's an Et in here. I don't know if that's significant. Out of my way. Okay, I remember this area. Let's drop a save and take a look around a little bit with our map. Okay, so there's some stairs right there, it looks like. So let's go... Oh, we haven't gone to the far left. Let's go to the far left area over here. Fletchits is nice. Out of my way. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Hang on. Or that kind of thing. Ow. That's what I think of you. Okay, there's an impaling spike. Okay. Save here in case I accidentally walk on an impaling spike. Okay, I need to go this direction. The Horn Key. Supreme Sorcerer slaying satanic swamps. There we go. Hi, my feet are on fire. Man, I hate those spikes. What the... Oh, that's one of the swamp things. Yeah, I like the item system too. Yeah. I very much so agree. Okay, I have no idea why this little swampy area is here, but sure, why not? Woo! That was close. Yep. Yeah, I like that they introduced it with Heretic. I like that they kept it up in Hexen. Tomes of Might were really cool. And I kind of missed those a little bit, but... Wait, where's this other direction go? If you missed that, where does it take you? More Blue Mana and Aphrit. There's a nice, like, variety to some of the weapons. I mean, there's the obvious. There's the healing potion. Oh, that area isn't ugly looking. This takes me to the cave, I believe. Oh, no, this is the thing that I was looking for that gets me to the area where it opens from the other side, like a Dark Souls door or something, except this game precedes Dark Souls by decades, probably. Hang on, I'm going to make I am paranoid of the floor saves. Walked on one too many floor spikes to not be careful. Hey, Falcon Shield. I have a Falcon Shield and a Horn Key. Okay. That teleporter will take us... I think that takes us to the caves. We don't need to go to the caves right now. We want to go down here. Also, I don't think this game has any hit scan enemies, which compared to Doom is nice. Doom has a few hit scan enemies. Hit scan enemies are basically just enemies that, like, if they point at you when they shoot, they hit you. There's some hit scan weapons in Doom as well, of course. The pistol, the chain gun. It doesn't make a projectile that has to travel. I think... Nope, I have 2 Mascarons. But not having hit scan enemies is really nice, because hit scan enemies are kind of dumb. Yeah. The chain gunners are absolutely brutal in Doom 2. No, you mean in the sense of there is a configuration of enemies which just kills you and it's impossible to get through without just dying. Now, I've used up a lot of blue mana, so... Here we go. I do like that they spawn in Ettins every now and then. Let's go to the left, I guess. I don't know. It has a higher difficulty. I don't know if... What? I have no idea what I just did. I think I accidentally hit tilde. Okay, so there's somewhere over this direction. Yeah, I didn't... Because, like, I just want to be able to nostalgia it up. I'm playing on lowest difficulty. I didn't... Like, when I was playing this... here we are. I did want to go back to this area. When I played this as a kid, I just used cheat codes, so I don't know. I wasn't looking for those highest difficulties because they disable cheat codes. Okay, this literally just does take you back to the cave. I could actually go for another torch right about now. Okay, let's just kind of go straight. I think that's where I got the cave key, maybe? The environment in this game is still freaking dangerous, regardless of what difficulty you play on. That's what I'm noticing. Gravity is just as deadly. Let's go this way. Okay, this looks like a spot you could get from dropping down. Oh yeah, was there a thing you could get with this waterfall? I don't remember, but I feel like there was. The good old days of game design where difficulty was just beginning to move away from being balanced around arcade cabinets. Yeah. Yeah, okay, there is something going on there. Man, it's been so long since I played these sorts of games. I definitely have lost some of my resilience. By which I mean I am definitely feeling a little bit of motion sickness going on here. Okay, this is where I dropped down. Where the heck did I even get the cave key? Oh, it was right here, I think. And I got it without realizing it. Hi. Okay. Go back this way, because this leads me to the teleporter that takes me back up to the surface and then lets me get out of here. How's my supply of... Okay, it's fine. I would have walked over there and grabbed some fletchets if I was low, by which I mean had any capacity for fletchets. I did not, so... Let's take a second to look over this map here. Okay, this is the thing that takes us to the teleporter that we were just on. I think I need to go back to the swamp. This is the Caves of Circe. That's interesting. Elevator. Okay, so how are we doing? We have 2 of them lit. Okay. Doing okay then, I suppose. I don't know. I think we should be able to get out of this hub this stream. I have to have a legitimate flight with a wyvern. Okay. Swamp is this direction. Ish. Here it is. There we go. Can I mean, you know what? I probably just need to go back here. Like, it's not a huge level, so it's amazing just how much it captured my imagination as a kid. To the point where, like, the aesthetics of this particular map just have stuck with me so much. Well, I mean, they hurt, but... There's a gallows thing. Does this require a specific key to open? The castle key. Huh, there are more keys here than I remember. I forgot about this castle key. Hang on, were there some... This is one of those moments where I'm like, I feel like, oh. Well then, there's just an entire door I missed. That might explain some things. Well. Geronimo? I hear a door open in the distance. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I know where I need to go now. Those sound effects. From back in the days when games didn't feel like they... You know what? They also have the advantage of being first person, so they don't actually have to show you moving. But from back in the day when you could just run however fast the friggin' developers wanted you to. Bet you this is the castle key. Hey, what do you know? I was right. Okay, let's go back to the castle. Man, those things hurt. So much. Okay. You. Okay, that opens something. Probably this door down here. Hey, it does. I really like the detail that if you freeze an Aphrit from high up enough off the ground, it falls and shatters. Like, that's such a cool little, like, design thing they did. They really wanted to protect their mess hall. This one doesn't have fire in it. Hey, man, that's straight out of Wolfenstein. Friggin' wall like that. Pull out the bigger guns. Hey, I found the swamp key. One of these allows you to be able to escape. I just got the speedrunner's dream. It's random, apparently, which one does. Ow. Didn't catch that elevator very well, did I? I think one of these. Yeah, you have a switch in it. Aha. Yeah, this does not use very much mana. It just uses like 3 mana per shot. Okay, well there's nothing here. I think we're getting actually pretty close to... Because getting all of the keys is kind of the main objective, or the main requirement to complete objectives in this game. How much does this require? 5? That's not much either. Okay, so that puts us back here, where we want to avoid stepping on spikes. Haven't used any fletchets in a while. All mode off. Okay. I want to get to there. So that looks like I drop down and take a right? Take a right and then kind of go straight and around the big old thing. Okay. Remember the days when games had run buttons? Okay, continue around this way. Hello, Ursula Rules. It does, doesn't it? That's why I'm playing it, because it brings back tons of memories for me. Welcome, by the way. Then that... Yeah! There we go. I knew there was a bigger thing in here somewhere. Just required a few more steps to get to than I remembered. I've watched a speed run, but I'm not really... There's a GDQ speedrun of this game from a while back that I watched semi-recently in a fit of nostalgia. But, like, they do all sorts of skips and stuff, and it's like, you can't see all the nostalgic areas if you just skip everything. So I'm just kind of playing it through. Okay, I think... Ah. Hi, dragons. Etton's sneaking up on me. Well, it's on Steam. That's where this copy is from. I might have, like, an original CD somewhere. So sneaky. Oh, it takes me back here. Interesting. You know what I'm gonna do? This swamp, like I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like, this swamp is like the king of nostalgia for me. Like, this is what I expect from every video game swamp aesthetically. Where does this go? I don't remember. Let's find out. Hey! It takes you back here. Not exactly the location I want to be, but close enough to work. Back onto the Shadow Wood. Yeah. Make sure I drop a save. So I don't fall down some random pit and die and have to do a bunch of stuff again. Oh, I'm missing 2? Oh, I'm missing both in the caves. Oh. I guess who needs to go back to the caves, everyone? Which I think I can go this way. There we are. I think this led... Yeah, this led me down here. Hang on. What? Okay, maybe there is something there, but it's only from the other direction. Okay, now I'm just feeling vaguely confused about directions. Okay, there's apparently a green key door over this way. Ah, so there is. Right here. Urgh. This probably takes me to the swamp, now that I think about it. This was the other direction, yeah. I need to go down this way then. A little bit more of a convenient weapon. Okay, that's 1/6 of the puzzle. Now I need to go find the others. The final 1/6. I have 5/6 of a puzzle solved. Follow mode off. Where? Looks like maybe there's something if I go to that big central area again. Or maybe there's something over there. Okay, I guess we can just take this waterfall down. Why not? Ow. There's an Etten that just spawned in somewhere. I have tried Hexen 2 way back in the day. It is a very different game. Hang on, what was this over here? I mean, it has some of the same ideas. Oh, this looks promising. But it like uses the Quake 2 engine, so its aesthetic is very different. I actually kind of prefer I don't like the Quake 2 engine aesthetic as much. There we go. Get me out of there. I certainly let them do more stuff. And it has 4 classes rather than 3. I feel like the 3 that they have here are pretty solid, so I don't know. I think I'm probably going to beat this hub, and then I might switch to another game for the rest of my stream time today, because I'm definitely starting to get motion sick, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't like Hexen 2 as much either. It just doesn't have... This game feels very... what's the right term for it? It feels like they were drawing upon tighter archetypes, I guess. It's kind of what my thinking is. So yeah, we're just about done with this hub here. Ettins much? Boy, I need to conserve some of my ammo, my goodness. Okay, yeah, actually I'm getting enough motion sickness at this point that I just need to kind of wrap up this portion of the stream here, I think, unfortunately. So I'm going to... I do want to finish playing through this game, so I'll be back to it next Saturday. But yeah, I just need to step back from it for now, just for my guts happiness. I'm probably actually going to jump to Path of Exile, because I want to check out the new League. I haven't done that yet because I wanted to do it on stream. So I think I'm going to actually go to Path of Exile at this point. But thank you for watching the Hexen portion, those of you who have been here for this. And I will be back in just a couple of minutes with Path of Exile. So please stick around. Try this.